But at the same time, when you hear this brother speak, man, and you hear him talking about the so-called white man and condemning this place, that only supports the doctrine that we push, man. You know, it's not a good look, but we ain't out here to look good. You know, if he was just one of the brothers out there just, you know, reading, he's not beckoning and cussing this fucking cracker out, maybe you guys might even have a stronger point. But at the same time, man, that supports what we talk about. The scriptures say, man, we're going to be gathered from the four corners of the earth. It might even be a Chinese motherfucker out here that is, you know, that is the elect.
I know some Vietnamese jakes, man.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it might be a fucking, you know what I mean? Some fucking Hamites.
Hey.
But see, this is the thing. Salak, this is the thing, man. If we had a Hamite up here, a dude that looks straight ham, you guys would accept that more. I bet
black.
you, yeah, because he's dark skinned. It makes no sense, man. This brother, you know, the brother was cursed. You know, for the lack of it. But if you hear this brother speak, man, come on. Hey. I was watching real quick, brother. I was watching the Bad Girls Club reunion, right? It was a white bitch on there, and I was sitting there telling my woman, like, that's a nigga woman right there. I'm talking about, you got your white bitches that want to be black.
Yeah, kind of.
And they go overboard.
Yeah, or they OD, yeah.
They go overboard, like, I don't give up. You know, like they really act like that nigga woman. But then you got that white bitch that's comfortably.
Yeah.
She's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a smooth. The bitch is smooth with a fat old ass. I'm talking about this bitch she got the fattest ass on the fucking show.
Wow.
Come on, man. I was telling my woman, I was like, that's a nigga woman right there. Now I could be wrong, but what I'm saying is you can see the spirit on her. There's nothing Esau about her. Nothing Esau. You know? So, you know, with that shit, like, you guys are stretching. But at the same time, you can't say that the elders don't push the fact that there's gonna come, you know, Jakes or people that's part of the elect that's not gonna look dark and black and fucking mutumbo. You see what I'm saying? People ain't gonna come like that. You got this brother light skin. You got Tahar that's light skin. You got Rama that's light complexion.
Brothers from the Southern Kingdom,
but
like
you know,
from the Southern Kingdom.
Hey, the brother, you know, that's a good thing, man. Cause you know, I got a homie named Chris Martinelli. He a Sicilian, I believe.
Right.
He don't act nothing like you crackers. My nigga acts like a straight up nigga.
It's a nigga.
He's a nigga. You feel me? The whole time I'm sitting there, I don't even consider this dude a fucking white boy, cause he acts like a nigga. He grew up in our neighborhood, you feel me? He know everything about all of this. He don't act like his spirit don't give you, you know them white boys that try to act black. Like the brother was saying about this white, you feel me, the white bitches that just do too much nigga shit. There's white boys that really try to act black. And they ain't, you feel me, they don't work. But then you got them you got them other dudes, man, that just sit comfortable. They act like niggas.
It's like you said, it's the comfortability of it. It's like, it's a, you know, niggas is smooth.
Yeah.
Niggas is smooth.
That's the only, like I said, the whole time I've been saying, I ain't got no white homies, but you feel me, that is one of my homies, but I don't think he's white.
That's one. You know, it's funny the brother brought up, because I'm like, I ain't got no white friends.
Hey, bro, I've been saying this week after week, and I keep thinking, but I don't think Chris black. When I first met him, I thought he was Mexican.
I thought, yeah.
And then he told me, like, I'm like, okay.
He'll be more of a Mexican than he would be a white dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about a white dude with soul, swag, calm, and a get off on a cracker in a minute.
In a second.
Fast.
Might even it'd be his idea as soon as we walking down the street.
How is it that the so-called white man hates himself, man? You know? So that, I mean, and even then, guess what? They ain't going off preaching their own doctrine. So they supporting the cause. So guess what? Hey, I ain't mad at you. If you, I'll tell you this, I ain't gonna say, oh, well, he's out, you know, he's holding camp, so he's gonna be saved. We ain't never said that shit. So if a so-called white man wanted to come up to us, man, and come out every week, man, and he wants to sit up here and listen to us and say, yeah, if he is actually an Edomite, he's gonna be destroyed. Ain't nothing about that.
It doesn't
give
matter.
a fuck.
He can do the same.
He can come up and say, you know what, all right, well, I understand you guys are not gonna let me in the camp, but you know, do you guys mind if I come to like whole camp here on Saturdays? We can't stop him from doing that. If he wants to do that, and he does that week in and week out, man. If he is in fact an Edomite, he will be destroyed. So that don't mean nothing, man.
And then he
You
can
got,
to obtain grace.
yes, exactly. So we never said, oh well, you know, hey, that's a righteous brother right there. No, we don't know. We see that he's out doing the work, so there's a strong possibility, man, that he's gonna, you know, he can't be a part of that.
Or they'll talk about Gabar real quick. Number one, you mean to tell me a cracker gonna call on the name of your house?
I was about to say, nigga,
for
what?
20 years. 20 years. That sounds like something Edom might have do, right? For
Right.
sure. Nah, for sure. Nah, you right. Irish Gabar.
You know why? Because if that was the case, then the name of the Lord will be pushed.
Yeah.
That's
Automatic. The name of the Lord will be pushed. And then they would systematically try to convince us that the name of the Lord is not the name of the Lord, you know,
And they
based
give us
off
a
of what
new
Polite, based off of what Polite talks about,
Shaddai.
and the nigga that, you know, you guys follow. Because obviously they give us the truth, but then they want to convince us that it's not the truth. It's fucking stupid, man. That's stupid. If I don't want you to know something, man, I'm not gonna go. If I get caught cheating, I ain't gonna go tell my woman, yeah, baby, I cheated, but then try to
Convince her
that I didn't cheat. You know what I mean? Like,
Tell her I cheated.
the fuck?
Make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
What you-
But then guess what? You go and you get Esau's terminology and definition and breakdowns of shit, which is logical, but it doesn't make it doesn't add up. You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
Let me show y'all something, man. This picture though, real quick. This shit is sick. Okay, my mom showed me this, and she said, "What do I think about it?" Now I'm gonna read it. It says Jesus was a radical. That's true. Non-violent. Not true. Give me John 2. Look, we're gonna break this whole shit down. This shit is sickening, dude. It's like truthfully sickening. 2 and what is it? 15? 15.
This is John 2 and 15. And when he had made a scourge of small cords,
So this is Jesus Christ made a scourge of small cords, a cat of nine tails. Go ahead.
he drove them all out the temple,
Uh-huh.
and the sheep and the oxen,
He's whipping shit, driving motherfucker out of the table. That's violence. Go ahead.
and poured out the changers' money,
Uh-huh.
and overthrew the table.
He's tipping it. He's being violent. He's being aggressive. He's frightening people. So you said he's non-violent? That's not true.
It's a lot. You can go to. Don't you know a black man can go to jail for some shit like that right now?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Without sewing the cords together. Without sewing the cords together. Just everything that he did. You pouring shit out, man. All right, you tip the fish tank over. All right, you turn the fucking table over. Your bitch called a policeman. You go
He's
to
being
jail.
a little bit of a tyrant
That's
type.
right. It's like he's a tyrant type, man. You're gonna fuck the jail. He's violent, man.
Hey man, they would have demonized him like they did Tyson right now, man.
Right.
He's fucking all kind of shit up, man.
Right.
Oh, I lost all my damn shekels and shit. Can't fuck with this dude. Yeah,
Fuck with this dude, man.
That's basically what they saying, man.
He's taking this church shit a little too serious. Nigga,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get some money.
He's trying to get money.
Sarnetta in them, man. He came and tipped over Sarnetta shit. Man, fuck your shit, nigga.
Man, I couldn't believe this shit even some of that video, dude. We're gonna go on and break that shit down too, man, and compare them. See, you want to sit here and say we fake. If that's the case, man, everybody's fake, all right?
Fuck it. Everybody,
Thank
Kemetic
you.
niggas is fake. Islam niggas, everybody fake.
Everybody's just fake. You know what I mean? Fuck it. If y'all going around saying that, man, I'll be like, hey, you know, I feel what you're saying. I don't agree, but you know, I feel you. All right.
Fuck it.
But don't go around and talk about, oh, we this way, and then, you know, try to validate yourself, and you're doing the same shit, man. You gonna go on and Putin giggle and smile on nigga face, and then when you behind camera, you know, blocks and, you know, fucking whole boroughs away, the fuck, man, then you gonna turn around and try to talk shit. He's a bitch, man. And you from New York, man, you should know some bitch ass shit like that.
Yeah,
Come on,
you know?
bro. And guess what? Everybody bypassing all what's obvious and cleaving onto the bullshit y'all talking about. Y'all some faggots, man.
Real quick, now it says revolutionary. So Jesus was a radical, non-violent, disproved non-violent revolutionary, hung around with lepers, hookers, and crooks. Now, where in the Bible does it say that the Lord hung out with lepers? He might have cleansed the leper,
Yeah.
but when is he hanging out with somebody that's actually a leper?
When's he picking it with a leper?
And like, I'm just gonna kick it. I'm just gonna leave you lepers, though, my nigga. But you know, we just finna kick it.
Right.
Where's that at in the Bible?
I'm about to say, which means he would have been going against the laws, man.
Which he didn't break any of the law. So what are you talking about? Okay, wasn't American? Okay, that's true. Never spoke English. That's true. Was anti-wealth. That's true. anti-death penalty, that's a lie. He's only going to say that because he said, he without sin cast. Niggas take that. He was without sin cast the first stone. Again, why did that happen? They were all guilty of adultery who were trying to kill an adulteress. The Lord wasn't going to let no unjust shit like that go. If she had to go, then all them niggas had to go.
Right.
That's why the Lord spared the woman in that
Which
case.
even then what, man? Which even then what? That basically just kind of another way. It basically pertains to how things is now, man. Like the Lord is basically saying He was without sin cast the first stone. Because you got to understand, nowadays we can't go and if we see a faggot walking down the street, we can't kill him. We can condemn him for it. The Lord didn't say nothing for them condemning her, but they was like, "Who's gonna kill her? So which one of us gonna kill her?" That's like, that's what they're asking the Lord. He's like, "Which one of y'all, man, is really without sin right now?" That's the one who kills her. That's the one who kills her. He never said, "Don't kill her."
Yeah, what did he?
He never said it.
What did he say? He was anti-death penalty. He's anti-corporal punishment. How you gonna be Howard Shot? Give me numbers 20.
Thou shalt not murder the children of the Lord, or that. No.
You shall not harm any of God's
creatures. Yeah.
This is how they come. Like he just came in. You shall not harm any of God's creatures.
That's really how they make it. That's really
24 and 17. Read it. This is about who the world calls Christ. Let's see how non-violent and anti-death penalty is. Go ahead.
This is Numbers 24 and 17. I shall see him, but not now.
Okay, because this is an Old Testament prophecy of the Lord. Go ahead.
I shall behold him, but not now.
Not no time close to when the 5 books of Moses was given. Go ahead.
There shall come a star out of Jacob.
A star out of Jacob. That word star, when you look it up in the Hebrew, it means an exalted prince. Go ahead.
And a scepter shall rise out of Israel.
What does a scepter represent? Rulership. So this is talking about who's going to be the ruler, which is who the world calls Christ. Go ahead.
And shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of sheep.
He's going to smite and destroy these people, man. I thought he was a non-violent, anti-death dude.
Right? Smite and destroy means to kill.
That's right. This is Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them.
So people that don't want to serve you, how about Shem Yahushua in truth and sincerity? Go ahead.
Bring hither and slay them before me.
I thought he wasn't violent. I thought he was against death. But he just said to kill motherfuckers, man. So again, that's wrong.
That's right. That's the death penalty right there. All right. That's corporal punishment.
Okay. Anti-wealth, anti-death penalty. Okay. Anti-public prayer. All right, he's right on that. Listen, but was never anti-gay. You mean to tell me because the Lord didn't mention them about faggots in the New Testament? First off, Paul his apostle, that he knocked off a horse, talked about it in Romans 1. But moreover, let me tell you something. When who the world calls Christ was on the scene, he didn't deal with faggots. You know why? Because they were dead already.
Yeah, they weren't around.
They weren't around.
They were fucking dead.
He was walking around Jerusalem. There's not faggots walking. In the Lord's time, there wasn't faggots walking around Jerusalem. Because they got put immediately to death.
They gotta understand this, man. The Lord was dealing with a lot of sneaky undercover motherfuckers. You feel me? Dudes wasn't blatantly out in the open, adulterers, out in the open, doing abominable things. People weren't doing that around there. The Lord, that's why the same thing we just talked about when they brought the adulterous woman, and he's like, he who without sin, because the Lord knew those things. They weren't doing those things out in the open, because if they were, they knew they wouldn't be able to bring that woman up trying to kill her, because they would have been dead themselves. Right. The Lord just had that knowledge. He knew that them dudes were sick.
But he knows, and it wasn't his time to put the judgment on him, plus in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses.
That's right.
He was the only witness, so he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? See, the Lord is totally just, man. That's what people don't get. But he knew them niggas gonna get it in time.
Look, man, Paul, Romans, the first chapter.
Go ahead.
Paul, this Romans 1:1. Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of the Most High.
So he's dealing with the Lord on a heavy level. The Spirit is dealing with this man that they call Paul. Go ahead.
Which he had promised afore by his prophets in the Holy Scriptures. Come on, man. Verse 3, concerning his son, Jesus Christ our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. Paul came to speak the things of the Spirit, man. According to, who the word called Jesus Christ.
That's right.
The real name Yahushua. Come on, dude.
Amen. And he condemned homosexuals.
Thank you. And then he condemns homosexuals. So when you telling me that, see, this is the thing. We always ask people. So you mean to tell me that Paul went and did his own thing that was contrary to what the Lord said?
And if so, then why are we following Paul?
And you guys lack understanding. You guys have
Bro,
a lot
you
of
follow
knowledge.
man.
Yeah, you have
Man.
a lot of knowledge.
The word was in the beginning. And in the beginning, we knew that faggots were getting cut off and killed.
That's right, man.
Leviticus 20 and 13 lets you know that.
And look, the fact that they was gonna put that woman to death for the adultery proves that even though the Romans were still over us, we still was doing what the fuck we wanted to do, man.
Right.
As far as to a degree to where we could put somebody to death for violating our laws, statutes, and commandments. And the only place in the world, the place where homosexual was rampant was in Rome. That's why Paul wrote what he wrote in the letter to the Romans.
Right.
Because that's where it was really happening. It was big in Rome, big amongst the white people and the jakes that was living amongst them crackers.